So, this is something that I wanted to do since I'm bored and the 2020 season doesn't start till about a month or so. So this is what I like to do. I like to call the 2020 redraft. I will be doing all 32 teams. I just won't be doing them in order. Because I don't want to do them, mainly because I don't want to do them in order. But the redraft basically, I look at the original draft picks and I basically redraft how I want the team. Um, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and get it.
Chargers are now on the clock.
I kind of messed up in the drafts orders, so I'm too lazy to fix it. So with the sixth overall pick, the Chargers selected Justin Herbert. Now, I'm not a big fan of the pick, so, but I mean, I can see why they drafted the quarterback in the first round what is that, for the future. But next year's quarterback class is damn near crazy. So how I would have gone instead of picking Justin Herbert, who I would have picked, and it ain't Isaiah Simmons either. I honestly would have picked. Where is he? Him. There we go. Bang.
The Redskins are now
I would have picked Kenneth Murray in the first round. Obviously we needed linebacker is a definite need, right, for our team. Um, we also do need D tackles, which is what I'm going to address in the second round. Um, the reason why I picked Kenneth Murray, well, I mean, I just said the reason why. I'm sorry, but yeah, like that's the main reason why I picked Kenneth Murray, is because we need linebacker help. We've got because we lost Thomas Davis and Jatavis Brown, who I thought, well, Thomas Davis, I thought he was really good. And he also brings that veteran wisdom that our linebackers needed. But now we don't have Thomas Davis or Jatavis Brown. We don't have that veteran presence anymore. So now it's honestly up to Denzel Perriman. Um, so Denzel Perriman needs to step it up as far as linebackers go. So with the sixth overall pick, I would have picked Kenneth Murray.
are now on the
Okay, so the Chargers traded this pick away for the 23rd pick to get um, Kenneth Murray. But if they did, but I'm not gonna do trades for these ones. I don't really care for trading, so where to go? Because I have it. I have it on. So with the second pick, with the 37th pick of the 2020 NFL Draft, D tackle, to me, I believe that our D tackles are a big time need, and it's still a big time need even with our newly acquired Jerry Tillery. Jerry Tillery, he had a horrible freshman year, so his sophomore year, I expect big things out of him as a Charger fan. So I expect big things out of him in the sophomore year. Like my expectations for him are really high to the point where it's like not even funny. Like that's how high that's how high of an expectation I have for him. Like I expect him to make a big impact come his sophomore year and beyond, and get him to that college grade that he was back in Notre Dame. But with that being said, With the 37th pick of the 2020 NFL Draft, I have the Chargers selecting Marlon Davidson. He's a very versatile player that the Chargers like versatile players, and he can play either defensive end or defensive tackle. He'll most likely play defensive tackle for us, with a little bit because Isaac Rochelle and Uchenna Nwosu basically are our outside pass rushers on certain sets. So Marlon Davidson will definitely help out with Linval Joseph. So with this pick, they would have had the 71st overall pick, but they traded the second and third round pick to the Patriots. So I'm not gonna do any type of trading on this. So with the 71st overall pick, this is where it gets kind of tricky because I tried so many times just thinking of what to do after rounds 1 and 2, because we addressed our two biggest needs basically, linebacker and defensive tackle. Next one, our next biggest need is definitely offensive line. The guards that we have, I definitely don't trust them at all. But at the same time, we honestly needed a we honestly overall need somebody who can literally take over the game. Our tackle, Trey Pipkins, Sam Tevi, and Trent Scott, I do not trust them at all in my life. Like having having them on the team, and Justin Herbert on the field, I don't trust him at all. Like, I don't know who's gonna play the left side. I definitely don't trust Trey Pipkins or any of them. Or I definitely don't trust Trey Pipkins, Sam Tevi, or Trent Scott on the left side. I'd rather have Bulaga play on the left, but he prefers the right side, which is fine. We do have a new offensive line coach, so that should help. But I still wouldn't trust him. I still don't trust those guys playing the left side. So with the third round, 71st overall pick, I have them selecting Jack Driscoll out of Auburn.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
He's a technician. I watched a little bit of game film of him, so I don't really know too much about him. I'm only going based off of what like other people say. So, but with the few film that I watched of him, I gotta say he is a technician. Like, he doesn't have the greatest strength ever. Like, he is not no big time mauler like Andrew Thomas or Tristan Wirfs or anything like that. He's not a big time mauler, but he can pancake people. He's definitely good in the pass blocking. His run blocking could use some work, but overall, his pass blocking is definitely dirty. And with the few films that I watched of him, he can get down and boogie. Ain't no doubt about that. I trust him on the left side over any of the names listed before. So with the 112th pick, the Chargers selected I believe it was Joe Reed. I believe either Joe Reed or Joshua Kelly. I think I got those backwards. I know it was one of the two. I know. I'm unprepared for this, but I'm a little unprepared for. Oh, okay, yeah, it was Joshua Kelly. Okay. The Chargers drafted Joshua Kelly. Joe Reed was the next play. Was the next round. Now Lohi Gilman and KJ Hill. Okay. So we selected a running back out of this. Now, do I agree with that pick? not so much because we already have Austin Eckler and Justin Jackson. And I believe in the offseason, in the UDFA, we have a running back already. Um, Now, I do like having a power back for sure, but I think like rounds 4 through 7 for me, at least for me, I try to draft depth at this point. But let's see. I have a few people in mind that I definitely did like, but it ultimately comes down to what we actually really need. And I have us selecting with the what is it again? With the 112th pick, I have us selecting AJ Dillon out of Boston College. He is a bruiser back for sure, and this is what we need, especially since we are definitely going in the direction of run first, pass later. Okay, so with the pick that the Chargers selected, it's the 151st selected out of Miami. It's a wide receiver. We definitely didn't need too much wide receivers. I know that outside of Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, there's definitely a lot to be desired, but um, what's it called? I'm blanking out, but yeah. Uh, Patton definitely stepped it up. Jalen Guyton and Jason Moore, I don't know too much about them, but Jalen Guyton definitely stepped it up. I wish they kept Malachi Dupree. In the preseason, he lit it up. Like, I saw his name more frequently than any of the preseason guys that were there. So, I hope that we keep him, but I hope that we pick him up again in the offseason. But if we don't, never. But we picked up Joe Reed out of Miami. He's a wide receiver. But I have the Chargers honestly selecting KJ Hill. He'll definitely be that that 1-2-3 combo that the Chargers definitely need. He has a good set of route running skill. Good. He's honestly Keenan Allen. With the 6th round pick, it was the 186th pick. They picked Alohi Gilman. No, they picked. I'm sorry. Yeah, they did Alohi Gilman. Yeah, they picked Alohi Gilman out of Notre Dame. I like the pick, but the only problem is that he's only going to be used for special teams, and I don't see the point of him being on the team just for strictly special teams. I mean, I understand that part, but still, like, I don't get the whole special teams part of and so with that being said, I know he didn't fall this late in the draft. I think he was drafted in the 3rd round by the Jets, but I have us selecting Bryce Huff. The reason why in the 186th overall pick, the reason why I have him picking Bryce Huff is because the fact that we prepare for if we can't re-sign or Melvin Ingram. And if we can't re-sign either of them, our pass rush is gone like that. I trust Uchenna Nwosu. I just don't trust Isaac Rochelle at all. I don't care what anybody says. I do not trust him to get after the quarterback at all. Like, I don't. Like, there's so many games that I've watched during the season when Joey Bosa was injured that when he's on the field, only one play out of so many other plays where he shows up and he does something. Other than that, he's nowhere to be found. He's either on the ground or he's getting caught up and doesn't know what to do next. Like, I don't trust Isaac Rochelle for anything. I'm just being straight up. I know Chargers fans are gonna disagree with this, as well as many other people, but I don't care. I don't trust Isaac Rochelle at all with pass rush. I don't. Like, the frustration that I have with him Jerry Tillery, and so many other players on the team. Like it's frustrating. Like we have all this talent, but I don't know. But that's for a different debate. Like I said, but Bryce Huff out of Memphis, he brings that pass rush ability for if Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram decide to not re-sign with us. Bryce Huff brings that ability for us. So, yeah, Bryce. The 7th round pick, the Chargers had the 220th pick. They drafted KJ Hill out of Ohio State, which was honestly really good value. I know he's a 7th round. See, we've gone into the second round, 3rd round. He shouldn't have fallen that far down, honestly. Like he had an amazing Senior Bowl. I believe his combine was pretty good too, but he fell to the 7th round, which I don't understand that part. But I mean, I still don't get that part. But with the last pick, it's kind of hard to decide because we still have a glaring need at cornerback. We also have a glaring need at center, right guard, and yeah, like only our offensive line is what needs the most help. But I wanted us to build the defense like by a staggering number, like build that defensive up because once Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram leave, it's over. Like we need to prepare for that. So with that being said, I have us selecting Derek Tuska out of North Dakota.
The Redskins are now on
The film of him, like he's a bad man. Like I believe he fell to the 6th round. I think like 5th or 6th round. I forgot who drafted him, but Derek Tuska, he's a bad man. Like his pass rushing ability is crazy, and he can also stop the run too. So I don't understand how he fell that far down in the draft. But then again, the 2020 draft was defensive talent, defensively at least, and wide receiver. It was just stacked beyond belief to where it doesn't matter what round you get, either the 1st round, 7th round, or UDFA, you're getting talent. So I have us selecting Derek Tuska. I could have gone cornerback and I could have gone offensive lineman, but I'm looking at next year's draft. That's why, and next year's draft, O-line. Sorry. So, sometimes when I touch my mic thing, it fucks up. But yeah, like I'm looking at next year's draft. And next year's draft needs Sewell, Trace Smith, Alex Leatherwood, and Creed Humphreys and Walker Little leading the pack as the best, as like the top dogs of the 2021 draft. So that's why I'm looking at that. I know, and of course there's also UDFA too that we can look at in the 2020 draft. But this is just draft, and nothing more. So yeah, that's pretty much it of that. So yeah, so with our first overall, do like a recap. With the first overall, with the 6th overall pick, we picked Kenneth Murray. 2nd overall, 2nd round pick, we have us selecting Marlon Davidson. 3rd was Jack Driscoll. 4th was AJ Dillon. 5th was KJ Hill. And then 6th round was Bryce Huff. And our 7th round was Derek Tuska. I mostly went defensively in this draft mainly because it was stacked to the brim. I know next year's talent is going to be just as dirty, but the Chargers are honestly in a position where we can single-handedly win with our defense, with just our defense alone. I don't have much. I have a little bit of faith in Tyrod Taylor. Like if he can get back to that, if he can get back to the Bills, to playing like how he wasn't with the Bills, where he legit led them to, even though he lost badly to the Chiefs. Then I mean, if he can do that, I don't mind it. I don't mind that Tyrod Taylor, and he'll be known as Ty God or whatever they call, whatever us, the rest of the Chargers fan. But yeah, like that's it. I mean, this defense, like I said, this defense, I focused heavily on our defense because I feel like our offense is nearly there besides O-line help, and we addressed our left tackle, so our guards and just our left and right guard, we just have to figure that out. Well, our left guard actually, because I don't know if it's either gonna be Berry, Dan Feeney, or Forrest Lamp. But we just picked up our left guard and our left tackle and Jack Driscoll. So our O line is quarterback wise, Irod and Easton Stick. But and then I like and trio is deadly. So I focused on our defense, and as you guys may know, if you guys follow me on Instagram and you follow like other NFL pages, I'm a defensive player, minded player, person. I like defense. With the defensive line being my one focus on the team. Like just the line in general. That the most. Because that's just me. Everybody else for quarterback and whatnot. Which is fine and all. I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting a quarterback for the future. It's just that if you're gonna draft a quarterback, make sure you have a line to protect your young quarterback. Because if no matter how athletic you are, your quarterback will break down super fast if you don't have a good O-line protecting him. Like if you don't have the O-line to protect your young quarterback, no matter who it is, that quarterback he'll decline rapidly. I don't care who you are. I don't care how good you are. You will decline rapidly if your O-line is not even up to par. Because the pass rush is now. But that's just my little thing. So yeah, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the quick stream. After this will be a quick Call of Duty stream. So yeah, so after this will be a Call of Duty stream. I just wanted to get this out of the way because I wanted to watch. I wanted to English. I just wanted to get this out of the way. It's been on my mind for the past ever since the draft actually. So I honestly finally wanted to get this out of the way. So yeah. YouTube didn't see a video yesterday because I was out with family. And honestly, between YouTube and family, I'm gonna choose family over YouTube. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick stream. YouTube will probably see this. Will most likely see this later. Yeah. YouTube will definitely see this later, either on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. One of those. But yeah, YouTube will see this later. Thank you for watching the stream. Twitch, stick around. Stream, guys, stick around for the Call of Duty stream. And other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And YouTube will see this later. So.